Hello, this is Eloisa, and welcome to the major trumps of the tarot on the Tree of Life. We begin with 4 interlaced circles whose radii are concurrent with the centers of those preceding them. The topmost circle is that of universal or divine consciousness. The second of causal or super consciousness. The next of astral or subconsciousness. And lastly, that of the physical or conscious world. The first sephira is at the top of the second circle. This is Keter, or crown, in the location of the roots of the elements of fire, air, water, and earth, in the image of the aces in the tarot deck. Keter is that which precedes all things, the dimensionless point of unity. Next, we proceed to the intersection of the universal and superconsciousnesses. At the viewer's right, the realm of Chokhmah, or wisdom, aptly colored gray, in which the twos and the knights atop their respective steeds of the tarot reside. This is the realm of expansion into being, a one-dimensional line created of the number 2. Continuing to the left intersection of these same 2 realms, we have Binah in black, which indicates understanding, surmounting the pillar of severity. This position is both for the 3s and the queens of the deck, ruling from their elemental thrones, and is marked by its 3-pointed triangular sigil belonging to the first planet in antiquity, Saturn. Beneath Chokhmah, at the intersection of the second and third realms, lies Chesed, mercy, in blue. This is a realm of Jupiter and is marked by a square, solid in its structure, giving to each of the 4s in the deck their relative strength and beneficence. Across from Chesed lies Geburah, in brilliant red, indicating severity and of lineal number 5. This position is, of course, the place of the 5s and of Mars. Hence, each of the 5s in the tarot share a severe nature. We now arrive to the middle column, with the 6th sephira, Tiferet, meaning beauty. As should be understood by now, this is the abode of the 6s, yet also that of the kings in the tarot, regal princes of the elemental chariots. This follows as the sun in all its brilliance resides here. In green on the pillar of mercy, where the astral and the physical realms coincide, is a sephira Netzach, victory. The number 7 in all its unstable glory defines this Venusian realm in which the 7s in the deck reside. Across from Netzach lies Mercury's orange abode, Hod, splendor, marked by that organizational prowess inherent in octets. Although the 8s of the tarot run the gamut, Mercury in Earth does fairly well. Arriving back at the center pillar, for Yesod in purple, we have the abode of the moon. Yesod meaning foundation, and marked by an enneagram, indicating the resting place of the 9s. Finally, we come to our sphere, also in the center path, that of Malkut, or kingdom. The colors of russet, citrine, olive, and black are mixtures of the colors of the sephirat above it. This is where both the 10s and the pages of the tarot deck reside. Malkut is amenable neither to fire nor air, but is exceptionally so to water and earth. But this lecture isn't about the minor arcana of the tarot, so let's move this tree aside to reveal the placement of the major arcana upon this as yet unfinished tree. Counting the sephirat as 1 through 10, this first connecting path in pale yellow can be understood as 11. That between Keter and Chokhmah. This is the first placement of our Hebrew numerals, namely Aleph, indicating 1. However, the first of our tarot cards is numbered 0, that of the Fool, and the location of the element of air. This is the spirit of the ether that moves along the water at the dawn of creation, that ether through which the prima mobile acts on the zodiac. Aleph is the first of the 3 mother letters, between dimensionless unity and Yod of the Tetragrammaton. We see the white sun above him and the gray mountains in his background, while the sky is a pale yellow hue. Our 12th Yetziratic path, in bright yellow, or 2 indicated by Bet, is where the tarot numbered 1 is placed, that of the magician. Fittingly, it is Mercury, messenger of the gods, whose path this is. The magus of power in the form of Mercury can visit both Keter and Binah, the places of unity and Saturn, respectively. This is the beginning of material creation, the primum mobile acting through philosophic Mercury upon Saturn. We note a bright yellow background to this card, as well as the colors of black, red, and orange, those of the left-hand pillar. Having traversed both the pillars of mercy and severity, we now come to our 13th position, path 3 or Gimel, in pale blue. This is where our third trump, numbered 2, resides, the High Priestess. Note how she is seated between these two pillars, with one foot resting atop a golden moon or silver star, draped in pale blue robes. This is a path of the moon between Keter and Tiferet, the crown of unity in the form of the primum mobile, acting through the moon upon the beauty of the sun. Next, in emerald green, we have 14, or Dalet for 4, location of the Roman numeral 3 card, the Empress. The embodiment of Venus between these two pillars, she is flanked by Binah and Chokhmah, that is, Saturn and Yod of the Almighty. We see the sigil of Venus in emerald green upon her heart-shaped shield and the color red of her throne, the golden circle atop the cross of corruptibility. Moving to Yetziratic path 15, or He, and the number 5, we have the tarot card 4, the Emperor, draped in scarlet robes, indicative of his path. This is Aries personified, the son of the morning, whereupon both the gray and gold of Chokhmah and Tiferet are prominently featured. This is the realm between Yod of the Tetragrammaton and our sun, the sphere of the zodiac, Chokhmah, acting upon the sun, thereby engendering spring. Continuing to 16, we arrive at Vow, or 6, upon which lies card number 5, the Hierophant. This is Taurus, aglow in orange-red, placed between wisdom and mercy, betwixt Yod and Jupiter. Mirroring Aries, we come to the 17th path, Zayin, or 7. This is card 6 of the tarot, the Lovers. These two comprise the constellation of Gemini in all its orange glory. The black and gold of understanding, Binah, and beauty, Tiferet, flanking Raphael's angelic countenance. These two children of the voice belong to Saturn, acting through Gemini upon Soul. To the left of the path of Gemini, we have the Yetziratic path 18. This is Chet, or 8, and the 7th numbered tarot trump, the Chariot. This is a path of Cancer between the black of understanding and the red of severity, Saturn acting through Cancer upon Mars. Yetziratic path 19 in greenish yellow is that of Tet, or 9, and tarot numbered 8, Strength. This is a path of the green lion Leo, and the lemnicet on the card is mirrored in both the Magician and the 2 of coins. This is the path of Leo between severity and mercy, Geburah and Chesed, Mars tempered by Jupiter. We come now to Yetzirah 20 in yellowish green. This is path Yod, or 10, and card 9, the Hermit. This prophet of the Eternal is the path of Virgo between mercy and beauty, between Jupiter and the sun. We see the gold of Tiferet and the subdued blue of Chesed reflected in this card. We now proceed to path 21, Kaf, Hebrew for 20, which is trump number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. This purple path is traversed by Jupiter when bound on either side by mercy and victory, Jupiter and Venus. Number 22 is the path of Lamed, or 30, and trump 11, Justice. This emerald path shows her hand to be Libra, in which we see the scales, and the element of air inherent to that sign is shown by the sword on her right. We see how justice can be both severe, Geburah, and beautiful, Tiferet. Justice is Libra, flanked by Mars and the sun. In Yetzirah 23 we have Mem, number 40, and trump 12, the Hanged Man. This is the second of the mother letters in Hebrew, and the second of the 3 elements on the tree, that of water. We see in the man's clothing that he is the blue path of water beneath the scarlet sephira of severity, Gebura, and the orange realm of splendor. This is a spirit of water sacrificing itself between Mars and Mercury. Yetzirah 24 is the sea blue path of Nun, or 50, and tarot card 13, Death. Death on his white horse has background in the gold of Tiferet and the deep sea blue of Scorpio. This is Scorpio's path between beauty and victory, between the Sun and Venus. The 25th Yetzirah is Samech, or 60, corresponding to trump number 14, Temperance. This is the path of Sagittarius between the golden sun and the violet moon, Tiferet and Yesod. We know that Sagittarius is a fire sign, shown only in the symbol of fire upon the breast of the Archangel Michael. 26 corresponds to Ayin, 70, and is that of trump 15, the devil. This is the path of the indigo goat of Mendes, in the image of Capricorn, between Tiferet and Hod. We see how this evil lord of the gates of matter has enchained those born to this world and immersed them into the yellow and orange flames of the Sun and Mercury, respectively. Onto Yetzirah 27, or Pei, 80, we arrive at card 16, the Tower. This scarlet path is that avenging power of Mars, trapped between the spheres of Hod, splendor, and Netzach, victory, or Mercury and Venus. Path 28, Tzadi, or 90, refers to trump 17, the star. This purple path is the image of Aquarius between victory and foundation. This is the daughter of the firmament, the water-bearer, above whom shine the 7 fixed stars of antiquity. This is the path of hope between Venus and the moon. The next Yetzirah is 29, Kof, or 100. This crimson path is the location of card 18, the moon. This is the sephira of victory acting upon the kingdom of the material through the moon. This is a deceptive path, leading man into belief in the illusionary power inherent in the material world. Yetzirah 30, Resh, or 200, is a flaming orange path of the sun, between the splendor of Hod and the violet foundation of Yesod, fundamental strength acting through the sun upon the moon. The color of Mercury's brilliant orange displayed in the banner and sunflowers, whose fruition is affected by the moon through the sun's reflected rays. Path 31, indicated by Shin, or 300, is the final mother letter in Hebrew, the Yetzirah of card 20, Judgment. This is a trial by fire all souls must engage between the pillar of severity and the material world. It is the Archangel Michael in Mercury, acting through the element of fire upon the physical kingdom of earth. And finally, the 32nd Yetzirah, Tau, 400, and card number 21, the 22nd of the trumps. This bride of the apocalypse, surrounded by a wreath of 72 leaves, and with wands directing opposing cosmic forces. This is the world, or the universe, of material existence. This is Saturn between Yesod and Malkut, or the moon acting through Saturn on the material plane. These are the placements of the Major Arcana upon the Sefer Yetzirah, the book of life and death upon its tree. Thanks for playing, and I'll see you next time.